Harry, how you doing, kiddo? Just watch your 93rd fight, mate.
93rd fight, yeah. 93rd fight when I've got back off holiday about 12 days ago from Thailand. But I made sure I trained sort of the last sort of 3 or 4 days in the heat, so I reckon that sort of helped. And then I've just kind of put the graft in when I got back, and then got a
I
draw.
think I first met you. I think you were fighting Jack Cullen.
Yeah.
And I think it was about your 34th fight or something, 30th fight. I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here, like, do you know what I mean? So.
You are phenomenal. Your shape on you is.
Thank you.
You just built like a brick shithouse, mate.
Do you know what it is? I stay in the gym. It's who I am. It's what makes me feel good. And if I'm not boxing myself, I'm teaching boxing. So, if I could sell loads of tickets, I could probably still do the home corner. But it's.
Well, you actually retired, didn't you? You retired was it about 70 fights into your career?
Yeah, retired. I just was a bit kind of, just didn't have anything left. The fight had gone out, the flame had gone out, and I needed to just recharge. Just a few things on the outside, personal problems, having a kid and things like that. I just needed to get a few things right in my life.
And then your acting career as well.
And then I started thinking, right, I'm going to do a little bit more acting and modelling and stuff. But then I just missed the boxing, and then I started training with Glenn again. And then I said, look, no, this is what happened actually. I got my pro licence, and I started training a few pros, like up and coming wannabe pros.
Yeah.
And I got my time wasted a bit, and I thought, you know what, I can do this better myself. So I'll have another crack, and then here we are, chasing 100 fights.
I was going to ask you the next question, because it's, as a road warrior, I know you never started out that way. I mean, you won your first 15 fights, did you?
I won my first 9, and then I won a few, lost a few, and I won like a Masters title, and then I boxed.
You fought for the English, didn't you?
Fought for the English, Nick Blackwell. Bless him. And
2 fights later, I think, or 3 fights later, he was a British champion, wasn't he?
He was a British champion, yeah. I boxed a lot of good kids. I boxed Jimmy Kelly at 5 days' notice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good kid, Jimmy. I like him.
Very, very good. He's gone on to box for world titles, hasn't he? So.
Yeah. Well, I think he'd already boxed for a world title when you fought him, actually.
Yeah.
But he ended up going over to America and getting a fantastic win over there against a Kazakhstan kid who was, I think, 28-0 or 29-0.
Florida, wasn't it,
with 27 KOs, and he went over there and comfortably outpointed him.
Yeah, do you know what? He's a class act kind of thing, and he does his BJJ as well, doesn't he?
He does. Listen, he's
complimented.
He was absolutely phenomenal amateur. He was at Jimmy Egan's. I think he won 5 national titles before the age of 18.
Yeah.
But he looks like
I didn't know that. If I'd have known that, I'd have been like, fuck that. I just knew he went in with Liam Smith to box for the world title, and you've got to be at a level to do that, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, that was when he was like middleweight, and then I think it was a few fights after that he moved up to middleweight, and then I think he fought Dennis Hogan not long ago. Went over to Australia and fought Dennis Hogan, who then ended up fighting Munguia for the world title. So listen, he's been a bit of a nearly man, but he's never out of the gym. He's always in the gym. And he looks like a Clark Kent because he has those glasses on. He's got a beard and a bald head. And,
do you know when I first met him, I thought, who's this idiot? I just thought, I've never heard of him before. And then I sort of said, I'll take the fight. And I told my trainer and manager, he went, he's fucking shit out, it's Jimmy Kelly, what are you doing? I went,
he's good.
I'll be alright, do you know what I mean? I'll do the distance, I need some Christmas money. Anyway,
was it a body shot? I think it was a body shot.
It was a body shot. Well, no, it was a body shot, and I got up from it, and then he just caught me with this crisp shot of the temple, and I just thought, fuck no, you know what I mean? I just thought, I'd not even had no preparation for him.
But I was looking through your record, and your first 60-70 fights, you fought literally everyone in the country that all either went on to be British champions or the best out there. It was phenomenal.
There's clearly something wrong with me, isn't there, man? Do you know what I mean? So I clearly, got a screw. I enjoy boxing. The reason why I'm doing it now is because I enjoy it, and I think to myself, like, as I'm coming to my last couple of years, it'd be nice to get a few wins. Like tonight, I came to win. I won. Going to lay down. First round, I thought I nicked. The second and the third, he stepped it up with his jab and that, and I switched off a little bit, and then I thought, right, I've got to get back and back on it a bit more now. And I tried to push the fight a little bit more in the last round, and I just thought, right, I'm just going to throw more punches in him.
Yeah, I just spoke to Bradley then, and I didn't see the first 3 rounds, but the 2 of his friends I was stood next to believed he was up there. But I watched the last round, and obviously the last round is where you really come on strong.
Yeah, he didn't really let
go for some nice shots.
Yeah, so it's nice to get a draw, and then we're boxing again next Saturday. against a kid called Navi Duran. He's won 6, lost 4, so you know, obviously I think it's probably a bit of a last chance saloon for him. So
are you going to cause an upset?
Hopefully. Yeah, I'm definitely. You know,
because I want to be there. I'd love to be down there. I've been at a few kids who've made centurions. I was fortunate to film Willie Robertson's 200 fight, which ended up being his last fight, but he also won it as well, which was brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to, you know, have a winnable fight for my 100th, but who knows? And then after that, maybe just, you know, take one fight at a time, or, you know, who knows? Hollywood might be calling.
Because that's going well, isn't it? You make a lot of short films, and like you say, I think it was an advert for Amazon where you're in the background there with a little high-vis vest on.
Do you know what? It all started when I wrote a little short film called Boxer.
Did you write it then?
I wrote it, and I got the funding in for it, and then I knew a director called Jack Brewer who helped me make it, and we did it we got it finished. We did a 4-day shoot and we got it finished the day before COVID lockdown 1, and then ever since then I've wanted to just do more, so I've even got something else that's in the works.
You know who you should speak to? Peggy, John Pegg.
Yeah, I've spoken to John Pegg.
He writes, directs, stars in them. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the next one we wanted to just kind of we wanted to make it bigger kind of thing, so it's taking a bit of time. And I've got a good team on board with that. But I have actually just got a lead part in something.
He's a good cameraman, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to announce my next one. It's a lead part. But when I do announce it, it'll be a decent one. But like I say, I've got a meeting coming up soon, and I've just got to finalise everything, make sure I'm happy with it, and then I'll announce it. If I'm not happy with it, then I won't.
So what's this? A boxer with brains? You've written scripts and everything?
Yeah, I do a little bit now and again. Yeah, I've got people that help me.
What do you do? Do you find it easy to write about it? Because obviously it's boxing related. Do you stick to what you know, or do you like to experiment and go?
I write stuff that's kind of not just about a boxer, but a boxer dealing with his own struggles outside the ring, and he kind of battles. You know, he kind of has that. He channels them struggles when he gets in the ring, and then it kind of that life is that you know, the money he's earning from fighting is providing, you know, for his kids' life, things like that.
I watched one of yours. You put it on Facebook a few years back, about 2-3 years ago. You put it back on there. It was quite good. There was 2 of them in a car going round. And
the deal. Yeah. Well, the guy who was helping me.
You weren't happy with what you were doing, but you had to do it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, that was good. That was a short film wrote by one of my mates, Jordan Morgan, who's helping me write something else at the minute. But like I say, these things, you know, take time. It's like you'll write a script, and before you know it, you know, you'll do another 3 or 4 drafts, and you've got a completely different script, something that's completely different. Because you just get other ideas, it evolves. It can be frustrating sometimes. Sometimes I want to chuck it out the window, so I have to have a bit of a rest, and then all of a sudden I'll be away or something, or I'll be sat on a train, and I'll see someone do something, and I'll think,
that was it. That was
or watch a film or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, these films can't be rushed. These things can't be rushed. So
process.
Sorry?
A process.
It's a process, mate, yeah.
It's a bit like doing a jigsaw, not a jigsaw, a crossword, and sometimes you're stuck on something, so you put it down, you leave it, you forget about it, and then you pick it back up, and suddenly you know the answer straight away, you know word that goes fits in there.
That's it. Sometimes you just need a bit of sleep and you're sorted, aren't you? So that's what we're doing tonight, getting me sleep sorted, because last night was a bit up and down. You know, I was thinking a lot about this fight because I really wanted to win. I'm glad I've got a draw kind of thing, but you know, I've kind of thought, it's all right getting losses every week and stuff, but you know, I do have a little bit of ambition where I still want to pick up the odd win, and I want to keep my reputation as, you know, a decent standard journeyman kind of thing.
Well, I think you've got that. There's a few of you around. Luckily, we get you to fight on our shows regular. Jordan Granham, another kid who's been here tonight.
Yeah,
he's another kid who's
class kid him. He's another one that can turn it on if he wants.
Yeah. I think he turned on. He was 58, 57 with Evander's
Ibaldis, right? And Ibaldis is no mug either.
No, he's not.
He's a good kid. I've
Central
sparred him a few
champion,
times.
for the English title.
So that just goes to show that, you know, Jordan, you know, he can put it on when he wants.
He can,
obviously, we ain't got Poochie anymore. Poochie got a win against the kid I've just boxed, didn't he? So.
Oh yes, he did. He was the first guy to take his oath, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was at Doncaster Races.
Yeah, he's another one that can turn.
The night that Roman Fury made his debut. So, but listen, Harry, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, mate. Like I say, I remember speaking to you many years back when you was open. I think you were at our first real big test for Jack Cullen.
Yeah.
And you were still, you know, you had that good record still. We knew you were a threat, and I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah, do you know what?
But Cullen was pretty good though, wasn't he?
Jack was a good kid. I think he lacked a little bit of power that night, kind of thing.
Well, I think he was training himself at middleweight, and now he's moved up to super middleweight. He suits it a lot better.
Definitely.
Tough kid, and like yourself.
Thank you.
A real warrior, and like I say, I hope I'm down there, because I think it can only be a few weeks away, and you'll becoming a centurion.
That's it, mate.
An amazing feat for any man on the road.
Thank you. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Take care.
All right, thank you, buddy. Cheers.
See you later, mate. Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.